Good morning. We're back to winter again. I wanted to come back to you about my course in Cochrane, Intuitive Soul Wisdom classes. And, we are all wired differently. We're all intuitive. We're all wired differently. Some people are psychics, some people are channelers, some people are mediums, some are clairvoyants, and it is, we're all gifted. This is a God-given gift. We all sense, feel, that kind of thing here. So in my course, we will meditate, and then we're moving into the chakra system. The chakra system is our spiritual energy centers in our body. And, some of our chakras can be, when you're starting to feel them, and we will be feeling them in the course, some of them will feel stronger than others, and which is just the way we're built. And so that is, then we will move into the aura and start to see auras. We'll start to feel auras, and we'll start to see what is going on, in the aura. Now, as I say, we all have this ability, and so I've done this work for many, many years, and read many people, and it's my passion, and I love it, and it's interesting how our intuition guides us, and as I say, we all have this, but it guides us. We can sense, when we're in a situation that might be not safe, or somebody that we meet that, we really are taken, really drawn to, and that can be a past life situation, or somebody that we feel that our energies don't blend, we all have this sense, and so auras are interesting because it affects, our body is our auras are affected by our health, our moods, what is going on with us, what is going on around us. And so it just is, it is really, it's really a gift, it's another gift. How is your intuition? Some days we wonder, how is your intuition? And I as the years have passed and reading, I will often see people that have passed around that person, and I'll start to describe them. And because you can't destroy energy. You can't destroy energy, and our loved ones remain around us. I feel that they can help us. They can alert us. I was reading something. I don't know if this was on television or whatever, and it was somebody that I didn't know, but I think it was on TV. But it was how this person was sleeping in their house, and someone was trying to break in, and they were awakened. As someone was trying to break in, and it was somebody from the other side that alerted them. So I mean, energy is very important, and our loved ones, the people who have gone on before us, they're around often to help us, and I think that they're around to watch us, in our experiences or our learnings, and they can often will help us, that kind of thing here. Hi there, Sharon. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. So, I mean, as I say, we're, everybody's intuitive, and we really have to believe in ourselves. We really do. It's just we get nudged by spirit, and sometimes we'll walk by people that we don't know. They're having a conversation, and we just sort of get a little bit of that conversation, and it's a message for us on our day, and it's so important for us to find a purpose, and to wake up every morning and find our purpose and whatnot. And meditation is incredible, and just that still silence, and which every soul, it needs that silence basically here. So my course in Cochrane is from 2 to 5 on this Saturday, the 23rd, and next Saturday, the 30th of November. And as I say, that we're going to be doing some meditation. Then we're moving into the chakra system. Then the auras. We will be feeling auras. We will be reading auras. We will be doing clairvoyance. And as I say, there is, 3 hours there, and and then the next Saturday, I'm going to see how much I can get in the first Saturday, and because you're really, opening up your channel with your intuition, and getting more confident, and it's important to listen and to go with that gut level, and we all have it. We all have it. There's there is psychometry. Psychometry is like taking an object that possibly somebody else has worn, or that you have, or it comes from your grandmother, whatever. And I remember sitting on the edge of my mom's bed, and of course this was her grandmother's watch. It was a gold watch, and I of course I never met her, but she was, I guess, stressed with time. I got very into time with, this would be my great grandmother's gold watch, and my sense is she was very organized and right on time on things, and that seemed to be really important to her. And I felt as though I felt rushed as I felt that object, because her energy was recorded into that watch, that gold watch. It's, when you're picking up people's items, their energy is recorded into it. And I speak about the man who was looking for his brother, the brother had disappeared. He was actually schizophrenic, out of Montreal, and they brought me a t-shirt of his brother who had gone missing. And I got great pain in my right ankle with the t-shirt. And the brother said, as he sat in front of me, he said, "That's my brother." I guess that he'd had an injury on the right side of his ankle, and he had problems with that ankle. So it's really pictures, photographs, as long as the eyes are clear, show information through the eyes. And that we call psychometry. And thank you, Nitsa, for joining. So, I mean, that is really pictures, photographs with the eyes so clear. You can often tell about a person's health. I remember doing a course, and I had asked some people to bring some photographs, and one person brought a photograph, I think, of their mother or whatever. Beautiful, beautiful photograph of this beautiful woman. And you could see in her eyes, which they had no sunglasses or anything, the clarity of that person coming through, and the personality, the health issue, the emotional situation that she was dealing with. I mean, that all comes through in reading a photograph. And that is under the area of psychometry, when you can pick up an object and feel it and that kind of thing here. Because things that are organic, like wood or bracelets. I got this beautiful bracelet from a friend who's been a friend of mine for many, many years, and it's citrine. It's actually from China. Anyway, it is just absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, it is, all this energy is recorded into articles, that kind of thing here. And there was something else I wanted to share here, but you know, there's psychometry. There is they call it cryptis. I don't even know if I can say it. It is a man who, his name was Uri Geller, and they used to take him up in planes over land, and you know, he could sense where there was oil or resources for mining in certain areas as they flew him over. And he did very, very well with that. I mean, he made a lot of money, and he was very, very right. Hi, Tony. Nice to see you. Thank you. So, I mean, yeah, because, and so he had the ability to be able to sense where something was in the ground, if there was oil there, or if there was gold there, or that kind of thing. Uri Geller. I don't think he's alive now. I remember my uncle, who was a geologist, he spoke about Uri Geller back in the 60s. And but that is a sense of psychometry. And when you don't have to touch it, you can just feel it, you can sense it, that kind of thing. So we all have such different abilities, and we're all blessed. You know, or there's clairaudience. Clairaudience, my first experience was that of, and I tell the story about living in Regina, and my mom was a teacher, and she had a student that she just thought the world of, and he was from England, and he had the great you know, command of the English language, so to speak, and he was one of her history students, and we'd hear about him all the way through the year. And finally in June, my two sisters and I are in the kitchen, and we are doing the dishes, and one of the sisters happens to go into the living room, sees him passing on the other side of the street, and she said, "Oh, girls," she comes back into the kitchen, "come on and take a look at Andy," who Mom was always talking about. And so we get in there, and halfway into the living room, I hear in my head my own voice saying, "Hey, Andy, hey, Andy." I didn't know him. And I hear this again in my head, "Hey, Andy," yelling out, "Hey, Andy." And I think the second time, after the second time, I went to the front door and I opened up the front door, and I was ready to bell her out across the street, calling him over. And all of a sudden something said, I guess it was ego or whatever, saying, "What are you doing? You know, this doesn't look right. You know, this looks so cheap. Hi there, Patrick. Thank you for joining." And I didn't call. Instead, I went back into the house, shut the door, and 15 to 20 minutes later, he was hit with a very fast ongoing car, was thrown into the air 8 to 10 feet. And, you know, Doreen Virtue talks about, she talks about clairaudience as being like a gift, hearing a message from God or hearing a message from an angel, that kind of thing. I mean, it was, and I mean, I've heard that voice several times on different occasions, either to do something. I remember I was looking for a place to live in Toronto, and I was on Bloor Street, if anybody knows Bloor Street and Avenue Road, and I wanted to live down by the university, and I went into this Rexall Drugs, which is still there today, and something said, "Ask." I was looking for, at that time back in the 60s, a boarding house, and you share a kitchen and you have, you know, anyway. And I asked the girl at the till if she knew of anything in that area, and she went back to the pharmacist. The pharmacist turned his driver over, who was a university student, and he drove me just down the street to one place where I ended up living for a year, and it was owned by the University of Toronto. It was 2 houses in one. There was 30 of us girls that lived together from Australia, Scotland, you know, Quebec, so many people. I think I was the only person from the West, and no, there was one person from Victoria. So I mean, it was an incredible, incredible place. But that voice again, you know, we have to listen to that voice. We do, you know, and sometimes, you know, we don't know where we're being led when we open that voice up, you know, or that, you know, but listening to that voice, and often it does serve us to go with our intuition. I remember looking for a place to live in Toronto and Rosedale, saw this gorgeous house. This sounds really crazy. And I thought to myself, I wonder if that house is, you know, a house that they take in, you know, you can rent a room and then share the kitchen. And so I wasn't at the point to get an apartment. Anyway, I wasn't that settled. So I think to myself, now, if the butler or the maid answers, I've got the wrong address. Anyway, tried it. And this woman was from Australia, beautiful woman who did rent out rooms, you know, and I did go there for a bit. Rosedale is very beautiful. So it is, you know, it is really, you just have to use that gut level and that sense, you know. But so we will be doing a number of things in our course, in our class, and opening up these channels. And so you would need, if you're interested, you'd need to contact me at 403-238-2200 to register. And this would be this Saturday on the 23rd from 2 to 5, and next Saturday from 2 to 5. And we will be doing a number of things. The clairvoyance, the chakras, psychometry, seeing auras, feeling energies, reading each other, that kind of thing here. And starting to get more comfortable with your energy systems. So so if anybody's got, today we are the 19th of November, and 19 is actually, that 19 has a very sensitive metabolism, often with liquor or alcohol or drugs. It is a karmic malefic number, and it adds to a 1, which is leadership ability, aggressive, competitive, always starting over again. Hi there, Michelle. Nice to see you. And it is really, it is a 1, which is research, competition, pioneering. And the 11, which is November, means you're always rebuilding your life over again. Respiratory area, very sensitive, allergies, asthma, sinus. It is a legal number. It's a number of philosophy. It means your life is not your own. You're having to help others. People with an 11 are very concerned about the universe or the environment. So the 11 and that 19-1 is a 12, which is a 3, which is creativity. Good with your hands, playful children, psychology, the arts, expression, dance, languages, writing ability, and at times overextending yourself a great deal. So say a baby, so we are into 2019, I add that, that's the 39, which is a 3-year, a creative year, and then November, and then 19, 19, and so that is 6. This person would be a 69-15-6 birth path. And 6s are teaching ability, good mind, good memory, independent, very independent, always liking to learn, and humanitarian with that 9, intense, emotional, that kind of thing here. Very hard in themselves. They sometimes withdraw their communications, that kind of thing here. So yes, so a baby born today would be a 69-15-6 birth path, and I would say liking to learn and that kind of thing here. So that yeah, anybody who's got any birthdays or any, I can do that. But I wanted to, come back and touch base, because there is, so much that we can pick up. And, we're, as I say, we're all wired. We all have our own individual gifts. And some of us are intuitive, some people are psychic, some people are mediums, sometimes some people are clairvoyants. Hi there, Maka. Nice to see you. I think that's how I pronounce your name. But I just, yes, it is. We just have to, we've got to go with, our abilities, our gifts. We're all gifted. We're all wired differently. We all receive differently. But we are, we are all gifted. That kind of thing. So the class on Saturday in Cochrane at the Community Yoga Cochrane Center from 2 to 5. And and we will start to open up your channels. Thank you. If anybody's got any questions, I will close off in a few minutes, but if you've got any questions, nice to see you, Mitza. And and Tony and Sharon and Patrick and Michelle and Makai. And so it's Shira Mother Farrell, Intuitive Soul Solutions, Sound Healer Channel. And I look forward to seeing you later. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you. Many blessings.